Sanjaya said, Sri Krishna then addressed the following words to Arjuna, who was overwhelmed with pity, whose eyes were filled with tears and agitated, and who was full of sorrow. Sri Bhagavan said, Arjuna, how has this infatuation overtaken you at this odd hour? It is shunned by noble souls. Neither will it bring heaven nor fame to you. Yield not to unmanliness, Arjuna. This does not become you. Shaking off this base faint-heartedness, stand up, O scorcher of enemies. Arjuna said, How, Krishna, shall I fight Bhishma and Drona with arrows on the battlefield? They are worthy of deepest reverence, O destroyer of foes. It is better to live on alms in this world by not slaying these noble elders, because even after killing them, we shall, after all, enjoy only blood-stained pleasures in the form of wealth and sense enjoyments. We do not even know which is preferable for us, to fight or not to fight, nor do we know whether we shall win or whether they will conquer us. Those very sons of Dhritarashtra, killing whom we do not even wish to live, stand in the enemy ranks. With my very being smitten by the vice of faint-heartedness and my mind puzzled with regard to duty, I beseech you, tell me that which is decidedly good. I am your disciple. Pray, instruct me, who have taken refuge in you. For even on obtaining undisputed sovereignty and an affluent kingdom on this earth and lordship over the gods, I do not see any means that can drive away the grief which is drying up my senses. Sanjaya said, O king, having thus spoken to Sri Krishna, Arjuna again said to him, I will not fight, and became silent. Then, O Dhritarashtra, Sri Krishna, as if smiling, addressed the following words to Arjuna, sorrowing in the midst of the two armies. Sri Bhagavan said, Arjuna, you grieve over those who should not be grieved for, and yet speak like the learned. Wise men do not sorrow over the dead or the living. In fact, there was never a time when I was not, or when you or these kings were not. Nor is it a fact that hereafter we shall all cease to be. Just as boyhood, youth, and old age are attributed to the soul through this body, even so it attains another body. The wise man does not get deluded about this. O son of Kunti, the contacts between the senses and their objects, which give rise to the feelings of heat and cold, pleasure and pain, etc., are transitory and fleeting. Therefore, Arjuna, endure them. Arjuna, the wise man to whom pain and pleasure are alike, and who is not tormented by these contacts, becomes eligible for immortality. The unreal has no existence, and the real never ceases to be. The reality of both has thus been perceived by the seers of truth. Know that alone to be imperishable, which pervades this universe, for no one has power to destroy this indestructible substance. All these bodies pertaining to the imperishable, indefinable, and eternal soul are spoken of as perishable. Therefore, Arjuna, fight. Both of them are ignorant. He who considers the soul to be capable of killing, and he who takes it as killed. For verily, the soul neither kills nor is killed. The soul is never born, nor it ever dies, nor does it become after being born. For it is unborn, eternal, everlasting, and primeval. Even though the body is slain, the soul is not. Arjuna, the man who knows this soul to be imperishable, eternal, and free from birth and decay, how and whom will he cause to be killed? How and whom will he kill? As a man shedding worn-out garments takes other new ones, likewise the embodied soul, casting off worn-out bodies, enters into others that are new. Weapons cannot cut it, nor can fire burn it. Water cannot wet it, nor can wind dry it. For this soul is incapable of being cut or burnt by fire, nor can it be dissolved by water, and is undryable by air as well. This soul is eternal, all-pervading, immovable, constant, and everlasting. This soul is unmanifest. It is incomprehensible, and it is spoken of as immutable. Therefore, knowing it as such, you should not grieve. And Arjuna, if you should suppose this soul to be subject to constant birth and death, even then you should not grieve like this. For in that case, death is certain for the born, and rebirth is inevitable for the dead. You should not, therefore, grieve over the inevitable. Arjuna, before birth, beings are not manifest to our human senses. On death, they return to the unmanifest again. They are manifest only in the interim between birth and death. What occasion then for lamentation?